We'll start streaming, and then we'll I don't know. I got nothing. Maybe throw on some tunes. Copyright free stream music. This is gonna have ads. This one won't. We turn music down just a tad. And then we can really quickly pull up YouTube, the actual chat, so I can see what I'm doing. Let's see if this is gonna work. Now, theoretically, the stream should be started, and I should be seeing Minecraft. However, I know that sometimes... Oh, there it goes. I was gonna say, sometimes my computer likes to bug out with me and not be nice. Oh, I should post this on my Instagram so I can get more attention. I also might be like going back and forth between Instagram and Minecraft and Snapchat. Because I can. Also because I have people to talk to sometimes. So this is designing a theme park. This is a new one. This is not Gravity Gardens. We're taking a break from that because I kind of burnt out. So, let's see. How far is this? Oh, that's why. Oh, shit. Whoops. Okay. So, we have a start here. Now, it's not the best looking thing of all time, but it does get the job done. Like, it looks fine. And this is supposed to be like one of those cheesy, like cartoony entrance signs. So I'm really not too concerned with the way that the trees look for the entrance. And anyways, these are better trees here. So this is like kind of, I named it after a architect, a architect's scenario. So, I'm not original at all, and I'm modeling. Hey, Euro. I am modeling this after the kind of architecture that you'd find, kind of, in that scenario. Also, I'm not building on my server. This is not my server. This is play.creativeskies.net for those of you who would like to join and play as well. Anyways, I've been back on CS. Kind of burnt out on my server. I don't want to go in and like do things. It's not fun to like manage a server and then go play on it. Anyways. Wait, can we go see? Let's see if I can spawn in the GCI trains, because this will decide if I do train carts coasters or just normal train carts. Because if I can steal his GCI trains, we'll be all good. Am I trusted? No, I am the only member. Some bullshit. Ah, that's bullshit. I can't. That's fine. Can't spawn his GCI trains are. Don't mind if I do. Oh. Wait. Oh, that's some bullshit. Hold on. Okay. That's the wrong plot. Okay. Let's see if I can steal his trains. Sorry, Kenny, if you're watching. I'm not sorry. Okay. Let's do this. Outlaw -C. Didn't give me any errors. I could totally steal his trains. What's the name of his GCI Euro? Don't get excited. Oh, I love the voice crack. Anyway. Am I going to be that guy? Or am I just going to let it go and not... I don't know. I don't want to make my own models for this park. Mostly because it's kind of be super, super low effort. Music is fucking annoying me. Is it loud? I feel like it's loud. I don't care. Okay. Oh, nice. My apparently Goliath is getting a new control panel, but I think it's from Premiere. Don't quote me on that. I don't know. I'm not in the Six Flags theme park loop anymore. I don't work there. Interesting placement for that, I guess. I don't know how I missed that. Oh, was it? I don't remember. I haven't worked there since August or July of 21 or 22, so I don't remember. I don't know anything after that. I kind of fell out of the loop. Of course it might. Although I can't imagine that they would put that much money into a ride like Jetstream. Like, it's not... Unless they're gonna completely redo it. Interesting. I mean, I guess it's close enough to DC. It's next to... Well, not really. I guess it's kind of close to Justice League? I guess? I can't see it. Honestly, I can't see it. Actually, let's do this first. What patterns are there in a loom? Hold on. Well, I used to know a guy who worked on Jetstream and he hated it. Cause you just sit up in those what's it called? You sit up in the like stands, the operator spots, and you can't like do anything, and you're not allowed. Like it's boring because you don't do anything, and you're not allowed to be on your phone. And if you're caught on your phone, you're gonna get fired. Hey, Gabe. Stream does break down pretty often though. Or at least stops because people are stupid. Yes, it is CS. Why am I back on CS? Because I'm burnt out of my own server. This is not fucking wide enough for a bathroom. The only times Throttle had ever been evacuated were times where I didn't get to watch it. It was stupid. I was usually at Bugs Bunny World. Some bullshit. Who is... Oh. Both of my alternate accounts on Instagram have just notified me that my main account added a new post to my story. I have also seen Throttle roll back, but not from the platform. I've seen it roll back standing at Taz's trucks in Bunny World, which I think is kind of more funny than actually being on platform, because then I didn't have to do anything. I just got to sit and laugh at the people who let go of the fucking buttons. Yeah, that's called operator error. That ride does not roll back. On New Year's Eve? Last year? Like 2022? Or 2021? Oh. That's a long time ago. Yeah, no, Throttle does not roll back. Throttle has a computer in it that sets the power automatically every single time, so it doesn't ever roll back. The only time it ever rolls back is when it is the buttons for launch are let go before the train gets past the launch zone, which is operator error and usually leads to someone getting in a lot of trouble from the supervisors. Never did that. Was never on panel or station platform when that happened, thank God, because I'd probably cry if it was me. Um, I've seen Canyon Blasters Valley before. I have seen a kiddie ride. Let's put this into perspective. It is a kiddie ride that literally gives you whiplash at the end because it goes too fast. Okay, so the story is, and get ready because it's a good one. So the story is, we had one of our newer, and I'm not saying he was brand new, but because he was certified for roller coasters, so he wasn't brand new. We don't cert train for, we don't cert train for roller coasters in Bunny World like first day. Like we don't do that. Anyways, this guy, let somebody with a beanie ride, which isn't a big deal, right? Because you don't really think, like, beanies don't usually come flying off. But he let a person with a beanie ride the ride, and it got stuck in the wheels, and it valleyed. And then it happened like a week later with the same guy operating. So he was let go. I think. Either that or sent to front gate. I never saw him again. But yeah, that was fun part of working at Magic Mountain, was watching people be stupid. Mm. That wasn't even the stupidest thing that I had to deal with. Like, that wasn't even the worst of it. Discrimination? Nice. How did you manage that, Euro? Oh, because ADA policy is 3 full extremities. Yep. Thankfully, I never had to, like, deal with that. Ah, yes, they're going to sue the American Disabilities Act. Let's see how that goes. Hello. In all actuality, my friend was working Goliath, and she got reported because somebody had an ADA pass, which is basically a flash pass, so you can skip the line because, you know, disabled, and they're not gonna make him wait in line. And this guy wanted to bring in more than 4 people because the pass only allows you to bring in 4, and he wanted to bring in like 10 people or something. So she got reported because she was apparently discriminating against disabilities, and she ended up not getting in trouble for it because our leads at the time were actually doing their job. And then I was accused of harassing somebody. Any advice for building a theme park in Minecraft? Yeah, don't make it look like tachyons. Well, for building a theme park, you want to have, well, depending on what kind of like vibe you want to go for, a lot of people choose like block palettes before they build. So they'll set out like specific, like I want to use these colors and I'm going to incorporate them into a build. So if you're struggling on like what to build, kind of start with a reference image and a palette of colors and start from there. I don't usually like plan my parks out, but it's helpful to do that. I usually just build whatever comes to mind. So like this, I didn't even realize what I built until it was done. So there's always that. And then you definitely want to use like multiple blocks to make things interesting. You don't want to have it like, I'm already very skeptical because these are all, it's just smooth sandstone. You don't want to do that. I will show you a perfect example of why we don't want to do that. Give me a minute. Don't worry about that. So this is not it. Speed. I don't know where it is. It might be this way. I don't remember where I pasted it, but it's on the edge of my plot somewhere. But there's a theme park called, actually I don't remember what it's called, but it wasn't very good. This isn't it. This is not it. This is just my park still. Is it over here maybe? Is this it? Am I still? Oh, I'm not even in my plot anymore. Yes, that would be the part. That would be it. Okay, so this is... Did I have a third plot by chance? No? Do not. Hold on. Let me really quickly pull out the map. I don't know if I still have it pasted on my plot. I should? Unless I cleared it. But it's northeast of me. Oh, here it is. Okay. What not to do in a theme park. Firstly, you do not want to make your roller coasters pull 317 Gs upon making it work, or upon launch, because that could snap some necks. So like you want to do some realistic aspects, because this thing is gonna go probably 80 to 90 miles an hour, maybe 100. What turn? What are we looking? Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. So this don't do this. Here's another example. This is very basic. It's very blocky, which for Minecraft is very easy to do. You kind of want to break up that the blockiness. It's very bland, just all gray. There's no color distinction. It's very just cobblestone and chiseled stone. Don't steal other people's trees. No, it's very mediocre. Like this is very boxy. Like you never want to build boxy structures, especially because this is supposed to be a drop tower. Like if I go to this is my old park. So like, as you can see, it's still decorated for Christmas, by the way, because I never changed it. This is all very unique. It's all everything has a different palette. Everything is very like there's variation, so nothing's just on like it's not just all just on a straight angle. I mean, we have some of these buildings are on angles. The bathrooms back here are actually diagonal, so we want to make sure that we're keeping kind of that realistic feel. The roller coasters are definitely a little bit more realistic, a little bit more smoothed out. This is a GCI. Let's see what else. I like even these builds I didn't really much care for because they were very still stone. But there is still, you know, the cracked and the mossy stone bricks, as well as the oh, Euro, accept that and don't say anything. But you can see like I'm using player heads to kind of break up the 1x1 feel, or that the very bulky feel. You want to incorporate elements like different like theming changes. So of course, like everything here has a theme. This actually should still work technically because it's not. No, 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 Euro. Just accept it and don't say anything. Just completely ignore it. Just silence his DM and don't say anything. Anyway, as you can see, more of a realistic scale here. Everything's kind of more spread out. You have roller coasters that are, you know, not super snappy. You have dark rides. That's Digital Tower. But yeah, you mainly just want it to be a nice combination of blocks. You want to make sure that you're using details. You want to make sure that you're not overloading the senses. You also want to make sure, like for sight lines, you want to make sure that your sight lines are good, so like you can't see outside of the areas if you're in them. So like you can't see the show building for Castle Crashers unless you're like maybe at the top of the drop tower. You definitely don't want to be able to see it from inside the park on guest level, so obviously I have mountains, and then was definitely going to do some more work back here when I got to this bit, but it didn't actually happen. Yeah, and then like you just want to make sure that you're keeping a nice consistent build style and themes. Like if you theme a land one way, you're gonna want to have, you know, those themed land, like those themed items and stuff inside. Like if I have a ride that's featured around a jet, then I'm gonna want to have a more airfield USA feel to the area. This build sucked. It was not great. I mean, I was gonna redo this anyway. It looked mid. My new park has things like elevation changes because I wanted to be quirky and different. So instead of it all being on one flat elevation, if we go over here, I'll show you guys. Let's see. Like elevation changes, so obviously like this is a dip down into this area here where there's, you know, carousel and you have your ride and your panel and stuff. And then over here, like as you can see, I have a bunch of my block palettes. So as I was saying, like you don't want to just choose one block for something. If you can, you know, spice it up a little bit, like even these paths, instead of just going all cyan terracotta, I also added the gray concrete powder. That's, you know, kind of lining this so it doesn't look as uniform. Every detail is here. And then of course, like in here, there's a bunch of elevation change with the paths, and you want to, you know, keep things interesting, things to look at, nice trees, and there's like a little canyon here and a bridge, and somewhere over here there's a lake. Somewhere in here. Did I not build a lake? I guess I didn't build like a little pond or something. But yeah, mostly my main advice for Minecraft theme parks is just keeping things realistic and on a nice theme. You never want to be building all over the place and not have it be consistent. This is the okay, so we need urinals. Of course. Bye, Euro. Good luck. I hate building bathrooms. The worst part about building a theme park is the interiors to shops and miscellaneous buildings. I'd rather build ride queues and show buildings. Not a huge fan of bathrooms or extra stuff. Make these not functional. You can't get in. Stay mad. All right. Now for the roof. Might as well keep this little theme here going with the lanterns, so we might as well keep that there. Cool, so that's the men's restroom. We'll make sure that we put solid blocks over the slab so we don't have the ambient occlusion problem. Okay, and now for the other ones. The men's restroom. And we'll just basically make them all stalls, since it's, you know, a women's restroom. It is very late. That funny shape. Okay. Now we need to go in and add the lighting. By lighting, I mean we're gonna throw some redstone lamps in there and call it a day. I'm also going to barrier these up so we don't have to worry about people like climbing over the stalls. There we go. Very crowded, but it's Minecraft and very bulky, so we're gonna keep it like this, and these are done. Now we just need to figure out how I plan on disguising the so we can do this. Way to disguise the building back here so we don't have to cover it up with like trees or a huge show building. So. This can be a staff entrance for ticketing booth. This is going to be blocked off. I don't know what I can put. There's really nothing I can put there, so gonna have that all blocked off. Much better. Boom. And that way I don't have to worry about doing that much scenery. Use the wrong wood. Okay, happens. But it looks better that way. I don't have to look darker on the bottom and lighter on the top. Very uniform look to it. There we go. Looking good. Looking spiffy. It's been 43 minutes already and I've done nothing. I've done nothing. I I'm gonna keep it so I named it after a Parkitect. It's a Parkitect scenario. It's called Mystic Oasis. Shocker, because I'm totally not original. It's gonna be kind of like Middle East slash, you know, like deserts of Egypt kind of overall theme. Kind of keeping the sandstone and terracotta for color. So probably like mostly Egyptian's desert kind of theme. Like desert oasis-ish because the name and such. So ticket sales. So we're gonna need. Let's really quickly table this path for a second, because we have to figure out how people are going to get in slash out of ticket sales. This will be out. This will be in. Actually, I have a big brain idea. There we go. Boom. Ticket line right there. Bingo. This will be the exit to the ticket line. Boom. Okay. Now we just make sure that players can't jump over iron bars. And then we're going to make this a spruce gate so that staff members know that this is the correct gate to use. Actually, let's do oak instead. Much more noticeable. Okay. Next thing to do is build the ticketing office, but it's really not that hard to do because it's just a box. That's, I don't know why I have caps lock on, that's fun. All right, so we're almost done with this. We are going to add a little pathway here. Make this a block, not quite 1 block or 2 blocks tall, but just a little bit more, so it gives the illusion of we're not actually going to be hitting our head on the ceiling. Okay. So we're going to need chairs for our park park staff. We need probably chests as well. So we'll do barrels down here just for easy access to certain things, and then this will be like the restocking chests. Of course, we don't have anything in them right now, but we will. And we'll have pricing guides on both sides of the wall here, but I haven't figured out prices yet, so no need to worry about that. So there's that done. Now our next little debacle here is going to be how long or how long to extend, or how much to extend this, how far to extend this, out to see. We're gonna see. We need to just probably extend it out to here, but for now, I don't want to build a show building, so I'm not going to worry about it because this is all going to be show building. It's like all of this is gonna have a show building ceiling, and what I mean by that is a very generic gray tone smooth stone slab ceiling. And the reason I do this is because it gives the realistic effect of being a show building, and that's every show building on every theme park server ever, is just that. Plus players won't be able to see the stone roof from the to the ground. So going back to what I was saying about sight lines, players won't be able to see the top of the roof, so it won't matter much. As you can see from our perspective, we don't see the roof. We just see the trims and the building itself. Another thing with building is you want to add depth. You never want to have your buildings be super flat. So as you can see, like, there's always some layer, there's multiple layers of depth. So you have your archways, of course, but then you have your like your walls, and then your walls are here, and then you have your windows. You just want to make sure it's layered. You don't just have it be all flat and uniform. It's kind of the trap that a lot of people fall into, and then it just ends up looking like a big block of whatever block you're using, whatever palette. Very uniform and not the most pretty looking thing ever. So now that we have that, a basis of what we're doing for our entrance here, let's designate 2 of these to be exits to the park. So we'll just say these 2 on the end. We'll just say that these 2 on the end are exits here. And then we'll give these... I always spell it with a B first, always. So these 3 on the right will be entrances. So that way we have a better flow of guests around the entrance. So people will exit. So, because okay. So, basic human mannerisms. Most of the population is right-handed. So, a lot of people want to travel to the right first. A lot of people. So, by making the entrance on the right, we'll have people line up on these 3 spots. And then over here, it'll be less traveled. It'll be the exit as well as our ticketing booth. So, we don't have a huge pileup of guests, and we always have this kind of revolving circle around the entrance. And it's wide enough to where people won't get stuck trying to get past each other. Okay, so our next project, right now it's closed. Everyone's denied. So you can't actually get to this specific plot. Sorry. So these are let's just start with the entrances here. We'll kind of design them how I would a normal entrance, I guess. And there we go. So we have our... That's not what I want. That is not the block that I wanted to place. There we go. And then we'll mess with these. I don't like placing terracotta, like the glazed terracotta, because it gets on my nerves. But with my handy dandy debug stick, I don't have to like keep breaking and placing it and breaking it and placing it. Okay. So these are our little entrance. How do I want to do? How about I just do this? Yeah. So I don't have to build this on an angle. The entrance is meant to look pretty and closed in, but the actual park itself should be a little bit more, I guess, flat in terms, or like straight on. But yeah, so we'll have our little splashes of color here. That's why I added the glazed terracotta, is because it adds more color to a very, 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 very yellow slash tan build, which is a lot of the problem that I have building this Egyptian Middle Eastern theme, is just not being able to get away from this sandstone. Excuse me. So a lot of this is just very bland if you don't know what you're doing, or if you can't find the right blocks for the palette. So very very birch planks, and just overall not all that exciting, which really isn't that big of an issue. But like I said, I like to add detail to my builds, and 1 block, 2 block palettes are not, you know, detailed enough for my liking. Although some parks, it depends, because some parks like can use it, not very well, but they can use it. I mean, it's not, you know, the most pretty of things, but they have other things that make up for it. So like if you sacrifice on theming, you might want to have really, really, really good roller coasters, or, you know, really cool events, or whatever, interactable, or like interactable, that's not a word, interactive stuff. So you definitely want to be able to keep your guests entertained somehow, and if it's not by looking at scenery, then it's gonna have to be by something like rides. There's a perfect example of that on this server. It's called Roller Coaster Land, RCL. We've had RCL since like 2015, and it's owned by Filmon. Like, there's a guy named Filmon, and recently the builds are getting a little bit more detailed, but that's just because he's starting to let other people work on it, and I'm one of those people. But mostly the builds are not the greatest. Like if we go take a look in a second, I'll show you guys. Actually, a lot of the newer builds are more detailed because they've had some more inspiration, but a lot of the builds are from, you know, stuck in 2015 for lack of better descriptive stuff. It's just they're lacking a little bit in terms of build quality, I guess. But I mean, overall, it's still a fantastic park. I have no problem with RCL. But I'll show you guys what I'm talking about when I say like uniform. Also, one of the biggest tips I could ever give anybody in Minecraft about theme parks is do not, and I mean do not, make your trees bone meal. Make custom trees. It is hell. Custom trees are awful to build. They're the worst thing in the world. I hate building custom trees. But if you bone meal your park, it looks awful. I'm sorry, but bone meal just is not good. let's really quickly go to RCL. As you guys can see, very kind of bland, very kind of bulky, I guess is the word I'd use. But these trees are bone mealed. They are not custom built. You can see stuff like this. These trees, beautiful. They look like real life trees. These are bone mealed. Not great. I only bone mealed trees for this area because I refused to do custom trees for the jungle. Because I hate doing jungle trees. And I already just followed the style of the park anyway. So, but as you can see, a lot of these builds are very like blocky, and then they have some like this has some differentiation because it's newer. But like this building is very blocky. It's just very square. You'll notice like this one is slightly better. Yeah, like just rectangles. Even like the new, like this is pretty much brand new. This ride is pretty new, but it's still very blocky. Very uniform, very flat. I built this station, so it has some different, it's got some, you know, some style to it. It's got some depth, and it's got a slant on the roof, so obviously it's not as flat. And even though this one I didn't build, so I don't take credit for this, but the covers here, I did do the covers for the queue, but these are only flat because there don't need to be anything more than that, and they still have depth. Trying to see what else, but like even though the theming isn't the greatest, you have top tier roller coasters. Like these roller coasters are awesome. Oh, one of my favorite parts of this park over here is the it's the plaza, the RCL plaza that I designed and built most of. Now there are a few buildings in here that I didn't do, but I did these bathrooms. I did the tickets, pass holders, the tickets and pass holders stuff. I did the fountain. I did the fountain. I did the guest services building. I did this. I did the Emporium building. So this is very, I mean, it's very, and this building as well. I did not build that building. I don't take credit for that. But I did this, and then the guest services building over here. Scopragon, Kenny built this. Kenny's very good at depth and differentiation. But like I was saying, yeah, so a lot of depth to these builds. Like you can see that even just the glass blocks are just popped out one more, and there's that light stained grass to make it kind of feel like it's higher up than it really is. And then these trees are all custom. There are no bone meal trees. That's bone meal. But inside the plaza itself, there are no bone meal trees. I did all of these by hand. I did some terrain, some fun interactive stuff, some nice interaction with other stuff. I'm pretty sure somewhere in here there's an entrance to something. I don't know where this goes. Ah, yes, the kitchen to Kentucky Fried Pizza. Don't ask. I don't want to talk about it. That's the name of this place. It's Kentucky Fried Pizza. Anyway, and then I did this. I did Moonridge Mountain. I did the mini golf. This entire thing was my doing. So no bone meal trees. Everything is done by hand. A lot of pallets, a lot of terrain work. A lot of detail went into this fully functioning mini golf course. There's layers and everything, and there's, you know, the deeper you get, the more kind of eerie it gets, and then you have like points where you can actually like see outside, and you know, you have your different different things to go through. I'm gonna grab this because I like the next holes, but like I forget which one. It's just, is it straight in the middle that goes through the minecart? Nope. There's one that actually has it go through a minecart, but I'm trying to. Might be all the way to the right. There we go. But yeah, so a lot of fun stuff. There's definitely a lot of you know, thought that went behind this, and as you can see, it has, you know, effects and all. This one's pretty cool. If you get it into the secret tunnel here, which I can't do apparently. But yeah, obviously there's some depth, some detail, little nods to stuff that you know, you don't usually see in a mini golf course. So I kind of want to get it into the secret just to see, just to show you guys. Now it is possible. This TNT is here for a reason. As you can see, it's a hole-in-one. And then, of course, you have your lava fall here, and then up into another open air place, and then come around this corner to outside again. And then when you get outside, you have your kind of upper basin part of the course. Obviously, you have your grand finale here. And the ball runs under the... Anyways. But yeah, and then as you can see, like, a lot of the stuff under here was just forced into this tiny little show building. Somehow. I don't know how I did it. But yeah. This is a pretty good example of a good theme park. I mean, it's not, you know, it's not the best I've ever seen, but it does have its moments. Definitely has some charm to it for being so old. But like, this is a newer ride, and it's got kind of more detail. Anyway, let's finish up doing the entrance, just the entrance turnstiles, and then we'll probably call it a night because it is 12:30 for me. Let's see what monitor we want to use for our card. We'll use these ones. These. There we go. And we'll use spruce so that we can actually see the difference. And then we will do hoppers under the gates so that people can actually, you know, take and receive items. And then we'll add, maybe not there. We'll do it here. We'll add some The lectern not... I guess the lectern doesn't count as a redstone block. Oops. I have not been on F. I have not been full screen this entire time. Or just use a black monitor and just kind of, yeah. Okay, there we go. So we have our little entrance thing here, and then we'll add a seat. And then I'm gonna be cheap and save time by pasting it. So I'm lazy. And somewhere in here we need to add lighting. Guess we can do it under here. And remove the entrance signs. There we go. There we go. Alright, so now the admittedly harder part of this. Well, not really. I guess I can just that was actually pretty easy. Kind of funny. Thought it was going to be a lot harder. I thought it was going to be more difficult to do on an angle. Although I do have to go back and actually replace the Steve heads with the monitor that we chose. So we have our entrances here. Or I guess we can do the exits while we're at it. And we'll call it a night. There we go. Back is killing me. It's probably because I've been fucking playing Minecraft. Macro for that. Took me a second to find it. All right, so we are good, and then it's like this, and then it's here. And of course we need our glazed terracotta to spruce things up. Where's my debug stick? Go. So we just gotta figure out how I want to do the exit gates. Okay, so we have our set base here, and then I just need to and then we also need redstone. Now that I remember, we need or not redstone, we need light, and to not break the rest of the interior. All right. So now that we've done that, we can use cool. So we have done our entrance exit designations, I guess you'd call them. I can go, let me go through and add the granite to the just kind of a nice aesthetic border so that we don't have to worry about I don't know, just this block going into another block, kind of like a barrier between the interior and exterior floors. Get our jungle leaves. And of course our barriers. And we will make sure that these can't be jumped over by guests, so we don't have them climbing up over everything. And voila. we have the basis. I mean, I could probably do... Let's just do this. Let's just build the little bit of the backside. I'm not going to do the whole thing. I'm not going to build like the show building for it. I'll just do the detailing. So we're going to need this. Actually, I have no idea if this is the right height, but since it ends there, I'm assuming that it is. It's starting to take a little bit of shape here. Looking just a little bit better with the detailing all in place. Definitely starting to look a little bit better than just the blank spot in the back we had a short while ago. I will play Siege in about 20 minutes when I'm done with this build, or probably sooner than that. That's where I'm going next. Almost done. Music makes me fucking sleepy. Okay. So that's... Yes, perfect. Boom. Okay. So now we mark out the parts for our little roof design here. I guess parapet slash there's a word for it, but I'm blanking right now. It's a piece in Parkitect and I can't remember the name of it to save my life. But like the stuff that castles use, it's like the little variation. So we're just gonna make this blocky because it doesn't need to be pretty on the top. Then we'll just brush fill, smooth, sandstone, 100 or so. That should get us a nice clean flat roof, which we can then do this, and then slash fill, smooth, stone, slab, 100. And boom, bridge here, and then I'll add actually I don't need to add the little lip, I just add this because it's fine. Okay, and then we need to go back and add our lighting. So our birch trapdoor and lantern lighting that I came up with. That doesn't look the greatest, but it works for our purposes. And what do you know? Why is this? Oh, I fucked it up. Okay, not by much though, it's fine. I was like, why does this look off? Because these are one block further down than they should, or one block further down than they should be. Because it should fill up the the wall here. It shouldn't be there shouldn't be space on the top. There we go. And it's the reason I put them up kind of high is because we have the leaves that are covering the bottom of the building. And it was just that one area that was just this was a little too plain for my liking, so I added some depth and lighting. So that's the back side of our building here. Very colorful, very inspired. And that'll do it for today, because I'm gonna go play Siege, and I'm also tired of this specific game, and I'm kind of just gonna chillax for a bit. But yeah, I might stream this more. I might just work on it. It's kind of a pet project. Like I'm not really gonna work on it, you know, religiously. Like it's not gonna be super important, but guess we'll see. So, y'all have a good night, good day, evening, whatever it is. I met a guy from France at like 4 p.m. today, and he said it was like 11. So, we are going to just kind of end the stream there. I appreciate you guys watching. Have a great night, evening, day, whatever it is for you, and I will see you guys in the next one.